I don't suppose Michael told you, but he rode 30 miles with Jens Voight this morning. He said Jens never stopped talking the whole ride. I went riding with Jens Voight 18 months ago. He came to my home in London, and all he did was, you see the trees here? Do you live in a lovely place? He spoke for 35 miles, and I remember seeing two cyclists go the other way. Jens was racing at the time, and he was in his Radio Shack colours, and they hit each other trying to point out, was that Jens Voight? And they fell off. Like, we kept going.
That's exactly what Rolf said.
He's here again.
Yeah. Actually, I think we need to get Christian back, because Christian's a clean-shaven young American
I was
boy.
thinking
Smart.
I think you would have been talking the whole time if you could have breathed. You know.
I was absolutely right. I could not say a thing. I just was totally out of breath.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jens, one thing you have to come in the car with us one day, because Phil, actually, I'm always the driver, I'm the designated driver. Phil commentates the whole way throughout the whole of the drive, so that's why when I get to the finish, I go a little bit faster.
It's true, I can't ever see something, I talk about it. Right?
So, yeah,
yes,
that training ride you were talking about.
Yes.
By the end of the day, I talked for 35 miles?
Oh, no,
actually,
more than that, about 20.
Phil was starting to bleed out of his ear. I'm like, hey, Phil, what happened to your ears? I couldn't explain why that happened, right? He was start bleeding out of his ears after 2 hours with me.
That was steam.
Okay,
right. Well, I've been talking to people here from the Isle of Man, from all over the States, and they've come here for one reason, and it's to watch the Amgen Tour of California start from here on Sunday. There's a full day on Sunday, not just the race, which starts, goes out, comes back, finishes on the circuits, but also the women's race concludes here. It is, by the way, the first UCI-ranked women's race. It is their own Amgen Tour of California, presented by SRAM, and it finishes right here on Sunday. There's also the community ride, and as you all know, since May the 1st, this is the Mayor's Bike Month. Now, I'm going on the rides which go to the local breweries. You can all go on the rides that go up to Folsom. Okay, right. What do you think of that, Paul? Are you going to come with me?
To
the breweries?
No, I'll come to the prison.
Why?
Folsom City Blues.
Folsom City Blues, yes, indeed. Okay, are we sort of already down? We're getting a good nod. Is it me first? Right. Okay, everybody, now this is a great team, so please welcome on stage some of the best riders in the world. The Track Factory Racing Team, led on by Stein de Velde, Laurent Didier from Luxembourg, Markel Irizar, Jasper Stuyven, Ricardo Zoidel, the champion of Austria, Heimo Zubeldia, and the last man on board, Danny Van Poppel. But there's also one more, the former champion of USA, Mathieu Boucher, but he's still coming into town. So please welcome the Trek Factory Racing. Over to Jens Voight. He used to ride with them.
Even though I have been told to be neutral, but this is my team, and it's the best looking team kit they have from all the teams. I have the honor to introduce Danny Van Poppel to you. He is starting his second Tour of California. He had a few nice podium finishes last year. He's back here to challenge Kev for stage win. Danny already has a win on his account for this year, and I'm sure he's looking forward to have another sprint. So Danny, tell us about your plans for this week. Did you bring a good team that can help you for the sprints?
Yeah, we got a mixed team with climbers and good classic riders. So we tried to do something, and last year it was some echelons also with the crosswind, so you never know.
And as Paul and Phil were saying, we're missing Mathieu Boucher. He's a young father. I guess he wants to stay as much time as possible with his newborn son. So he's only coming in tomorrow, and we're having some hopes on him for the GC, and hope that he goes good. Who do you think is the main competition here? I mean, it's Kevin this year, and who else do you think is dangerous or for you for the sprints? Who do you think you should watch out for in the sprints? Have you had a look at the start list? We have Tiolek here, Matthew Goss, Theo Boss. Anybody else you think could be dangerous for you?
Don't really look to the riders who's riding here, but for sure Cavendish is really fast, and we try to beat them.
Of course you do. That's what we do, right? That's what we're here for. Looking at the stages, you prefer like a flat, fast sprint, or is it better for you if it's a little bit up and down and hilly going towards the finish line then?
A little bit up and down is better for me. So yeah, I hope maybe some crosswind or something. We will see.
Okay, so that sounds like a good plan, you know, trying to take Kev by surprise in a crosswinds and hopefully drop him before he comes to the finish line, right? Because it's hard to beat him. Once Kev sees the finish line, I have to say it's fairly hard to beat him. So we're looking forward to see more action there. Race starts on Sunday with a flat stage, so I guess it will be the first test for the sprinters already. It's a long stage, but completely flat. So I guess the sprinters will have to show their colors there. And yeah, I guess then he's gonna go amongst it together with the team. I hope you guys all stay upright and make me proud, boys, right? Okay, please give him a hand of applause. Team Cat Factory Racing, best team in the world.
Well, Jensi, maybe you're not allowed to take sides. In that case, Phil Liggett and myself will not take sides either, because the best team in the world is about to come up. And of course, that's a team that hails from Great Britain. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is Team Sky. Defending champions, Bradley Wiggins not here because he's decided to lay his sights on next year and the Olympic Games. Led on here by Ian Boswell. And they've switched them around a little bit because in the national champions jersey there, Peter Kenyuk from the Isle of Man. Phil Dijkenen, Xavier Zandio. Watch out for this man, Sergio Henayo, 7th in Liège, Bastogne Liège and the Flèche, while on 2nd in the Tour of the Pays Basque. Could be the secret weapon, I think, here. Christian Knies, former national champion, former under-23 champion of the world in the individual time trial from Colorado Springs, Danny Pate and Nathan Earl. Over to you, Christian.
Pete, come on up here. You got to talk now. Or it's Danny? I'll take Danny. Come on,
Be
Danny.
afraid, Christian's
I know more,
learning
Danny.
job.
Danny Pate, everybody. Colorado Springs. Danny Pate is one of the best teammates you'll ever have. Danny, you see him doing hours and hours and hours and hours on the front. Danny, this week, you guys are most likely going to be going for the overall. What's your game plan during this week?
Oh, we can't tell you the game plan?
Come on, man. A little bit.
Yeah, we're here for GC, we're here for Sergio, and possibly a couple other surprises. But yeah, we're gonna ride for GC and try to race our race and take control of the race.
How about yourself, personally? Big Bear?
Maybe if we haven't done a lot the week before, maybe try to time travel a little bit. But that's probably it.
As most of these guys have been here in the States for a little while, preparing for the race, getting ready. I know you guys have 21st Century Fox, Jaguar. You guys look good.
Thanks. Well, we were down in LA with 21st Century Fox doing a couple of things for them with the Boys and Girls Club, and now we're up here ready to race.
All right, on, guys. Well, good luck this week. We'll be looking for you. See you there.
Well, Peter Kenyuk going down the stairs there wears the colours of the Great Britain road race champion. He won the road race title in brilliant style in Wales, in fact, last June. He was very upset he wasn't selected to ride in the team for the Tour de France. So he went to the Tour of Austria and he led it all the way, and he won the Tour of Austria. Got his own back, you might say. We'll see a lot of Peter Kenyuk this week, I think. Let's hope so. Comes from the Isle of Man. I met a gentleman from the Isle of Man just now. This time is good. Right, a team that knows what it's like to win the Tour de France. They've done it in the past with Cadel Evans. Please welcome BMC, Jean-Pierre Drucker, Campbell Flakemore, Daniel Oss, Ben Hermans on form, won the stage of the Tour of Yorkshire last week, Joey Roscoff, Manuel Seni, Danilo Weiss, and the former champion of Switzerland in 2013, Mikkel Schaar.
Well, Jensi, you're going to do this one in German with a simultaneous translation.
Yeah, I can talk in German to him.
Everybody
and then
follow
somebody translate
to the
please
end
for me.
of the track.
So, Michael Scher, Swiss champion 2013, and if there is one indestructible, loyal, hardworking man in the peloton, it would be Michael Scher. So please give him a little applause. Michael did hurt me many times in races. for some reason, always in the US Pro Challenge in Colorado, he's extremely strong. If you have him in the team, he counts for 2 or 3. I saw him ride in tempo for like miles and miles, never asked for help, never needed help. So, Micha, how's your shape coming into this year's Tour of California?
I had a good break after the Classics, so I hope it's going good. We're starting to build up towards the Tour. And the Classics were not so good for me. I had a lot of crashes, broken ribs on the right, broken ribs on the left, so very bad nights. That was not so good.
So that means you're fresh as a daisy then, you're ready to go. At Tackle Kilometer Zero, right? Sounds good. I'm up for that. But yeah, I have seen also many times, once you let him go, he puts the motorbike modus on and it's hard to chase him back. So what is your team looking for? More like stage wins, or you hope for like a top 10, top 5 GC, or you team boys want to go for a breakaway, or any information, secret information you want to share with us?
Yeah, it's top secret. No, we have Ben Hermans. He's in really good shape. He just won in Yorkshire stage, and he's going for GC for sure. He's good in the time trial. He's going to be our leader, and then the rest we have a lot of freedom. We don't have like TJ. Normally he's our leader, and then we just drive for him. But here we have chances to go for stages. I think it's going to be a good week.
Sounds like you guys have an aggressive plan. The leader is not there, so everybody has the freedom to show himself. This is your moment, boys, to step out of the shadow and take the center stage. So I'm looking forward that you guys get out there and, you know, put the other boys in a hurt box. And yeah, Ben, so I guess try to be invisible, save energy, and then do a good time trial, and then yeah, hang on and try to survive in Mont Baldi. Any special climber here that has a chance on Mont Baldi, or you just go, we try to survive that day?
Well, we have Manuel Senni, our young Italian, neo-pro. He can show what he can do there. I think I really trust him. His big capability. If you look at him, he's small, skinny. It's really...
So it's all around a team here, and I think we can look forward to some action from this, boys. May it be in the mountains or in the TT for the GC or in a breakaway. So please, one more round of applause for Team BMC.
Well, thanks for that, Jensi. I'll see you're spreading your bet there with somebody from the time trial, somebody for the mountains. Save a bit for the sprint, and it's quite easy to finish high up in the overall standings. But watch out for this next team to come up, the Dutch team, Team Lotto.nl Jumbo. And that's with the Dutch accent, by the way. In English, we call it Jumbo, but we're not allowed to. Led on there, if you've watched the Tour de France, by Laurens ten Dam, finished in 9th place overall. Mike Teunissen, Tom van Azenbroek, Jos van Emden, former national time trial champion, Dennis van Wimden, Sepp van Mark, formerly finished on the podium of the Tour of Flanders, Marty Reynens, and the winner of the Amgen Tour of California back in 2012, just at the far end there, Robert Gesink.
Come on, walk the plank, Robbie. It's Robert Gesink, 2012 champ. He's obviously not a sprinter. This boy goes very fast up Mount Baldy, and you did, in fact, you killed Mount Baldy in 2012, didn't you?
You were there, right?
No, thank God.
No, it was a really special year for me, I guess. I just came back from a really tough injury, broke my leg before, and it was the first real result after that, and really special. Family was here, and it was really special moment.
I know it's always nice to come back to a race that you've had great success in when you have bad injuries. So I'm sure you've been looking forward to this for a while and training hard.
Yeah, working really hard last month. Just had a pretty good result in a race in Swiss. Now I'm back here, and I'm looking forward to be there up with the best again.
What about Laurens ten Dam? Is he gonna stay here in California? He's gonna bring him back to Netherlands, or is he gonna stay here with his van? You could get a new van here, Laurens. Come on, Laurens.
I guess I stay here for 3 more weeks, so then I'm going back.
Make sure that he has his green card, guys, and Lawrence, you want to move to California, correct?
Not forever, but we want to stay here for 1 year with the family after my career. Yeah.
Not forever.
Not forever, but I will see. You never say never. But first I have to get my wife here, and I say it's for 1 year.
Okay, the most important question. What's your favorite hockey team? You better get this right.
LA Kings.
Okay, the Blackhawks, huh?
There we go. Good luck, you guys. Hope you'll repeat in 2012. Let's go.
The Lotto Jumbo team leaving the stage brings me a little tale, I can tell you now. NBC producers always complaining sometimes when we incorrectly pronounce the names of riders. Well, if we call these riders by the way they say it in their national country, you wouldn't have a bloody clue who we're talking about, because they say it's so different to us. We're now calling it Lotto Jumbo. At the start of the year, we were allowed to call them Lotto Jumbo. In the old days, it was Leopard Trek, pronounced Leopard Trek, so everybody wrote in saying, why don't we pronounce them Leopard Trek?
Yeah, but Phil, I've just received an email coming in.
Yeah, it wasn't
from now on, I have to call
NBC,
you
was it?
Philippe Liggett.
Merci, thank you very. Right. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about come to the end of our penultimate segment. There's still 4 more teams to come, 4 more sets of riders. Let me just remind you, though, why we're all standing here as dusk is descending on the Capitol House. The object this year, in the 10th year of the Amgen Tour of California, was to bring you to us, let you see the free show, let you see the riders firsthand, be as close as we could put you to them, because these are the best bike riders in the world, and we've still got to meet the likes of Mark Cavendish yet, who has won 25 stages of the Tour de France. Hence his nickname, the Manx Missile, which we called him once a few years ago, and he's never let us down. But on the other hand, on Sunday is a big day here. As we now know, we're all part of the Mayor's Bike Month here in Sacramento. And boys, Sunday, you've all got to come on your bikes. It's no good coming in your cars on Sunday. You want to enjoy a day on your bikes downtown in Sacramento. We're going to take a little break again, and then we'll introduce you to the last 4 teams in this year's race. Thanks a lot. Fast at 25 kilometers.